one of the most pivotal parts of going from a place of mediocrity to mastery is to simply do what you're meant to do. Do what you're meant to do, right? Because seriously, look around you. How many people are really doing what they're meant to do? And how do you know what you're meant to do? You're meant to do what you love to do. Whatever you love to do, that is what you are meant to do. Makes sense, right? You're meant to do what you love to do. And that's what you're meant to do. So if you go around life thinking, well, what am I supposed to do in life? What am I meant to do? You know, I'll just take this job here. I'll just hang out with these people here. I'll just live in this place here because I don't know what I'm meant to do. Yeah? And so people get lazy in their thinking. They get lazy in their thinking and they just don't want to let go of responsibility and I'll just put over the responsibility to, you know, to where I was born, the parents I was born by, and the people that are around me, and my social group, and my culture, and my religion. I'll just give it all up to them because, you know, maybe that's what I'm just meant to do, just whatever they thought I was meant to do, what was expected of me, right? And what's expected of you, more often than not, that's mediocrity. More often than not always, of course, depending on the group of people you're around. But more often than not, what is expected of you from other people, that is what mediocrity is, right? And so you got to break free from that. You got to break free from that, and instead of looking around you saying, well, what am I meant to do? Well, you know, my teacher said I should go and become a hairdresser, because that's what my teacher said to me. You should become a hairdresser. So I thought I'd bring that one up. Or, you know, you're looking, your parents wanted me to be a doctor, so I became a doctor. Or, you know, my religious leader said I should behave in this certain way, and I shouldn't do this, and there's these rules and that, and I shouldn't do this, and I should do that, and whatever. And so then that's what I'm supposed to do, right? But is that really being yourself? No, it's not being yourself. That's doing what others have expected of you, and that's not yourself. And that becomes a mediocre life, right? Now, even the high-paid doctor that goes to all these trips to these different conventions and things like that, that's still a mediocre life, because that's not what they're meant to do. Because they just did that because their parents wanted to do that, and that's what their heart truly wants. That's not what makes their heart sing, right? So you got to do what makes your heart sing. Do what you love to do. That's what you're meant to do. So you got to ask yourself the question, like we say in so many of these videos, the question. Ask yourself one of the most important questions, if not the most important question you'll ever ask yourself in your life. What do I love to do? What do I really love to do? And then just pause and breathe and open a space. And within that space will come in what you truly love to do. And that's what you're meant to do. You're meant to do what you truly love to do. A lot of people don't know what they truly love to do. So, well, what do you truly love to do? I don't know. Yes, you do. You really do. You absolutely know what you love to do. A lot of people are in denial about it. Many people are in denial. They just don't want to look at it because it's too scary. Because what if they do what they love doing and then it doesn't work out? Well, what if people laugh at them? What if people judge them? What if, you know, what if they look stupid or whatever? Get rejected, fail. You know, all the fears. The only thing that's stopping you from doing what you love to do is the fears, right? And that is no way to live. That's no way to live. And that's what mediocrity is. Mediocrity is the fears, which quite often turn up in denial about it, of being your true self and really doing in life what you're meant to do. You know, if you fancy yourself as a painter, paint. If you fancy yourself as a writer, write. If you fancy yourself as a teacher, teach. Even if there's no one in front of you, just go ahead and teach. Like I'm doing right now, right? Just make a video. Make a video and put it up on YouTube. Teach something, right? No one's seen your artwork? Okay. Take a photograph of it, put it on Facebook. No one's reading your work. You can't get it published. Create a blog. Plaster it all over social media. Right? You got to get creative with this. And don't do something just because it might bring you success or not success or whatever. Just do it because that's what you're meant to do. Right? That's enough. If no one ever sees your paintings, if no one ever reads your works, if no one ever, watches what you do, just do it anyway because that's what you're meant to do, right? Do not be attached to the goal. Do not be attached to the outcome. Keep the outcome in mind, but do not be attached to it, right? Have your outcome in mind, but do not let that stop you from doing something. Right? Just do it because that's what you're meant to do. You know what you're meant to do. Write it down. Great power in writing things down. Start writing it down. I love to. And then write a whole list. All your love tos. Everything you love to do. Write it all down. And then do that. Right? Do what you're meant to do. It's as simple as that, and what you're meant to do is what you love to do. If I'm repeating myself, it's because repetition really gets things in there. And I would like you to live your most inspired life possible and be creative. There are many ways to make a living out of what you love to do, right? And people say, well, I just love to kind of, go to the cinema or movie theater, and I like to kind of hang out with my friends and, go to the beach and stuff and whatever. Yeah, but that's you don't want to do that all the time, right? Nobody wants to do that all the time because then you get bored. Then you get bored of life. There's no challenge, right? That's entertainment. That's downtime. That's stuff like that. But at the same time, you want to do something that's rewarding, something that's fulfilling, something that there is a bit of a challenge. Something that you can look at afterwards and go, I did that. Whether it's painting a masterpiece or whether it's mowing the lawn. After you finish, you look back and you got the nicely mown lawn. You go, I did that. Or cleaning the windows in your house. Yeah, when you can look back and feel good about that, right? Because that's what brings fulfillment. Sure, we can all have fun. We can all go and goof off and do this and that and play about. But then again, we also got to get a balance. And the balance of doing the stuff that we really love to do, that brings fulfillment, that is rewarding, and that leaves an impact and is growing for our own personal self. That's what you truly love to do, right? And if you haven't connected with that yet, start to connect with it now. Start to connect with it now and start by writing it down and keep writing down until stuff really comes, stuff that you're inspired about. Go, yeah, I'd love to do that. Whatever it is for you, there's something. And if you haven't found it out, just do the exercise of writing it down. As many as possible. I love to. Get 50 things. And then out of those 50 things, what's most important to you out of those? You'll start to find what you really love to do, and you'll start to learn more about yourself and start to know yourself better. And that brings us to true life mastery. When we truly know ourselves, when we love ourselves is when we're doing what we're meant to do. When we do what we love to do, that's when we're truly loving ourselves, right? Yeah. So thanks very much for watching, and make sure you tune again next time.